think I have to wipe my face off or just fix it? No, I have to wipe the face off. Oh, my boogies. But yeah, you guys. I cannot wait for the day God blesses me with a friend for me. Yo, this is why I don't make friends. Like, I should not be crying because, you guys, so I had told my two friends, right? I was like, okay, on Thursday or something, or like Thursday, Friday or something, I was like, let's go get matcha.
Good morning. My son is still asleep, so I thought I'd come on here and make this quick video. My name is Asi. I'm a single mama from Arizona, and I'm currently going through it right now. This month has not been so gracious to us. I recently got laid off and I've been struggling finding a job. Like, even fast food places aren't taking me for some reason. Anyways, it's okay. It's okay. God gonna come through. And with that being said, if y'all can help me out too, that would be amazing. I have these satin silk bonnets linked down below. They're $4.90 and they're very comfortable to sleep in. They protect your hair. And honestly, if I can get 2,000 people to grab one of these, honestly, it would help me out so much for the month. Like, you got every little thing counts. So
Black Americans have a core tendency of throwing rocks and hiding their hands and then playing victim when they're called out for their lack of education as Americans, not as Americans. So I remember when Black Americans were referring to African braiders as the Africans, saying the Africans played in my hair, then African people were saying, we actually don't like when you refer to us as Africans because it feels a bit derogatory in the tone and the way in which you're using it feels derogatory, to which Black Americans like, it's never been derogatory before, how is it derogatory? And it became a whole thing. And then Africans had to explain to Americans how referring to them as the Africans and African braiding shops can be seen as derogatory to some people, and had to explain African identity, especially how it's perceived in America and the reasons why that is.
Sandra Austin. Hi, Sandra Austin. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, Sandra Austin? Thank you for the hearts, whoever is sending them. Sandra Austin. Please give the live stream a thumbs up. Thank you. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. Oliver, hi Oliver. Where are you watching from, Oliver?
Offensive. I remember another time there were videos where Black Americans were trying African food and made like a massive show of showing how disgusting they found it and how gross it was. Africans responded to that by saying, you guys eat soul food, which fine, mean, whatever, talking about how soul food is unhealthy. And then Black Americans replied, talking about that's so disrespectful, you don't know the history of the food, you don't know like the history of slavery, this, that, the other, we had to eat this, we had no choice. But did you not think about the history of the African dishes which Black Americans were disrespecting? What? There was another time where Black Americans said that black British people eat disgusting British food, which is horrific, and this and that and the other, talking about beans on toast, filling breakfast and roasts and some other like mashed potatoes and random stuff like that, to which black British people explained, you don't have a clear understanding of blackness in the UK, because most black people in the UK are from Afro-Caribbean descent, meaning that we eat our home country's meals mostly, but we also do enjoy British food. And again, we were talking about, well, you guys have soul food for breakfast, and then once again, it's black Americans are now the victims because we're being racist when you were the first ones that got our food. Another time, black Americans, or Americans in general, actually, I don't think it was just black Americans in general, were saying how disgusting Chinese takeaway looks and how racist it is to call a Chinese takeaway a Chinese, to which East Asians living in the UK, specifically Chinese people living in the UK, had to then reply talking, saying how racist it was to call that food disgusting when Chinese immigrants that came to the UK and made Chinese takeaways had to cook food as a means of survival to cater to the British taste, and to call it disgusting was really kind of like xenophobic and showed a complete disregard.
It's creepy watching somebody sleeping. Am I sleeping? Where are you watching from, Kelvin?
Or misunderstanding of UK, like, East Asian experiences. There is another example woman. Now with this black Scottish thing, every black person across the world, seemingly outside of America, seems to understand how migration patterns work. So what black people globally are explaining is that, as opposed to slavery, where black people were forcibly moved to the Americas, and then specifically in the USA after slavery was
Allow you to do what?
abolished, although most black
Allow
people
you to
lived
do
in
what?
the South, there were very specific
Don't go outside.
hotspots
You can't go
where it
alone.
was mainly safe for black people to live, and so black Americans mainly congregated in those spaces. It goes on how migration patterns work for all different groups of black people, and so most black.
So I'm getting attacked for saying that a 40-year-old man that doesn't have a child, that has a committed relationship, that's not been born, is a red flag. And I'm wondering, you guys,
Black American.
so I'm getting attacked for saying that a 40-year-old man that doesn't have a child, not a committed relationship, that's not been in one, is a red flag. And I'm wondering, you guys say these things to women every single time. So is this how it feels like? Because you guys are getting pissed off. So is this how it feels like? So I give you guys the taste of your own medicine. Now to break my word. I'm saying to be obvious. I will say the 40-year-old man, but you guys say to women that 30-year-old woman is expired. Nobody wants you again. Or once you're like 32, 33, you don't enter expiration dates. You guys say it every time.
You already dumped gallons and all that yesterday.
Divorce did not break me. You did not break me. So the women who mocked me, how markets? Those women that said,
Yo, I took doing my makeup. I'm just gonna take it off, honestly, and I don't wear lashes, bro. No lashes on. Honestly, I'm just gonna go to the game barefaced, like, I usually don't cry. I haven't cooled long, you guys. Like, I don't cry. I'm not a crier. Like, but you know when you're like at your breaking point, when like so much shit has happened, and you're just like, why? Like, and this morning I woke up feeling so like with how far I've come, and it's just like, why am I crying? But it's okay. Like, I'm gonna let my emotions out, and I'm not gonna let it affect the rest of my day. And like, I'm grateful I have time. I have an hour. I don't think I'm gonna do my makeup. I think I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. Like, my eyes are so red, bro. I cried. I think I'm just gonna do my eyebrows, you guys, and fix my hair a little bit, and then put lip gloss, like, cause I'm a bad bitch with and without makeup. Like, literally. Like, honestly, I love myself. Like, I'm so glad. Like, I'm the main person that always has my back. Like, I always tell myself that it's gonna be okay. That all I need is myself and my family and God. That's it. That's it, you guys. My lashes. My lash clusters, you guys. I have a snotty nose. But you guys, I'm gonna update you guys when I'm at the game. And hopefully they still have the pudding because it sells out by the second inning. And hopefully the Padres win because that will make it a great day. Oh my God, my eyes are so red. My sister just texted me saying, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Don't let it ruin your day. Like, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. I'm a bad bitch. And I'm very beautiful. And I'm very sexy. And I'm very smart. I always take myself out by myself. Like, so this is nothing new to me. I'm not scared. It's just a sad day for me. No, it's a sad 5 minutes. It's a sad 10 minutes. That's it. It's not gonna ruin the rest of my day. So I'll update you guys when I'm done getting ready. Bye. Yo, it took a long time doing my makeup. I'm just gonna take it off, honestly. And I don't wear lashes, bro. I put lashes on too. Honestly, I'm just gonna go to the game barefaced. Like, I usually don't cry. I haven't cried in so long. Guys, like,
If you hate doing your brows every day, stop scrolling. This pill.
I don't know who needs therapy.
That's going to sound crazy, but I don't want my children back.
Women biological clock are ticking. Women biological clock are ticking. You don't knock 40 years before. 40 years.
So guys, I've brought this for you people. You people that don't know what's going on the Italian TikTok, let me give you people gist.
you all the love and support that you guys have shown me. Either commenting.
I'm not talking about garden, bro. I'm not talking about garden. I'm talking about forest. Houston is the worst place in America, bro. Anybody living in Houston is living in the hood. That's why you see Enzo. Enzo is still connected. Enzo can still speak Yoruba. Enzo has more Nigerian slangs than me because he stays in Lagos, just like in abroad. Houston is ass, bro. Houston is ass, bro. Houston is rubbish, bro.
Oh.
I know if I stayed 1 week in Houston, I would have found a place where they say parakara. Like I'm very sure if I walk about in Houston well, I would have found someone that sells suya. Guys, Houston is fucked up. Houston is just like Kano. I swear to God, mighty God, like if you have a family member that stays in Houston, send them money. Houston does not fucking make sense, bro. Anybody that's living in Houston is staying in Lagos. Shut your echoing. I can't be echoing, bro. I swear to God, like Houston does not have been. I'm not talking about gardens, bro. I'm not talking about gardens. I'm talking about forest. Houston is the worst place in America, bro. Anybody living in Houston is living in the hood. That's why you see Enzo. Enzo is still connected. He's speaking Yoruba. Enzo has more Nigerian slangs than me because he stays in Lagos, just like he's in abroad. Houston is ass, bro. Houston is ass, bro. Houston is rubbish, bro. Guy, I know if I stayed 1 week in Houston, I would have found a place where they say Palaka.
Amber.
I'm very sure if I walk about in Houston well, I would have found someone that's
Amber artist. Hi, my baby Amber. Amber, baby. Just enjoy soft pillow. This pillow is super soft. I'm bouncing. Oh, but it's too low, so I'm gonna bring this here. Bring this here. Make it bounce. Make it bounce.
sell suya. Guys, Houston is fucked up.
I'm about to go to sleep too. Oh, okay. Hey, sorry about that. Don't be sick. Feel better. The viewers are always going and coming. Hi, I should call your name in your name in my video. Okay. I'm giving live stream a thumbs up. going to the restroom. I'll be right back. Ready?
These 75 Igbo people from a tribe in West Africa were chained on a ship on its way to Georgia, but when it docked, they broke free. They overpowered the crew, threw them into the sea, and then they shackled into Dunbar Creek, chanting, "The water spirit brought us here, the water spirit will bring us home." Their bodies disappeared into the waves, their chains dragging them under. They didn't scream, they didn't flail, they just calmly while water filled their lungs. America called it a loss of property. They only mourned the money. When white men die for liberty, they're martyrs. When Africans die for liberty, they're erased. This book, Black AF History, holds the truth. If you see the orange below, that means that this book is still available. If you're ready for it. They didn't jump. They marched to the water, chanting. In 1803, 75 Igbo people from a tribe in West Africa were chained on a ship on its way to Georgia. But when it docked, they broke free. They overpowered the crew, threw them into the sea, and then they walked, shackled, into Dunbar Creek, chanting, "The water spirit brought us here, the water spirit will bring us home." Their bodies disappeared into the waves, their chains dragging them under. They didn't scream, they didn't flail, they just sit calmly while water filled their lungs. America called it a loss of property. They only mourned the money. When white men die for liberty, they're martyrs. When Africans die for liberty, they're erased. This book, Black AF History, holds the truth. If you see the orange card below, that means that this book is still available. If you're ready for it. They didn't jump. They marched into the water, chanting. In 1803, 75 Igbo people from a tribe in West Africa were chained on a ship on its way to Georgia. But when it docked, they broke free. They overpowered the crew, threw them into the sea, and then they walked, shackled, into Dunbar Creek, chanting, "The water spirit is here, the water spirit will bring us home."
We listen and we don't judge. So I used to be really close with this girl. We're gonna call her Amy. Meeting out almost every single day. At this point, my parents were still together. I was going to school. Like I said, she would come over all the time. I have this really nice dog. It was a husky, gorgeous dog. And a dog. She had like 4 dogs of her own. Like all she ever talked about was dogs. And animals, but especially dogs. One of her biggest like dreams was to have a horse and everything. And at this point, me and Amy, like, we were so comfortable to the point where she could kind of just walk into my house without telling me she was coming over, you know those. And sometimes, like, I wouldn't even be home and I'd just come back home and she'd just be there, you know? And a small part of me loved that. Like, my family was super accustomed to her too. Like, nobody saw, it was basically like another part of the family. And every time I would like catch her, like I would see her, she'd always be with my dog. I'm like, aw, that's so cute. She took care of my dog. Like, how adorable. She'd always be in the backyard with my dog, cause my dog. After a while, like when I would come home, I would like check the fence to see if I can hear her. And sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. Now I want you guys to keep in mind, we went to the same school. She would get picked up early, and my mom would always pick me up, but my mom also didn't feel comfortable with having other people, pick me up and stuff like that. So I would just get picked up late, and that's why sometimes she'd be at my house without me. It'd be later, like once like everybody damn near left, right? And one time my mom goes and picks me up, and it was usually like around the same time, like I said. But this time, after she had picked me up from school, we went to the store so we could get groceries for dinner that night. And she would never text me, and I would never text her. It was just kind of like a fun thing as like a surprise, I guess you could say. I get home, and I had like a wooden fence, right? So think of it, my house in the middle. Sorry, the house in the middle, and then obviously like there's a backyard, and then 2 little like side backyard. You know what I mean? On the side of the house. What the point is, I had like once we had came back home, I'm like listening. I would always like I said, I would always go to the fence and like listen to see if I can hear her. And this time I did, but it was like very faint. So I figured maybe she was inside it. So I thought it would be so funny, like so funny of me, to just went through the side gate and like scare her. Because I figured if she's inside the house, like I could barely hear her. Usually she's laughing. She's like, oh, get off me, this and that, talking to the dog, And since I could barely hear her, I figured that maybe she was inside the house. And as soon as I come in through the gate, my room would be right there, and then the rest is just straight backyard, So I was gonna pop up on the window and scare her. As I open the side gate, my dog comes running to me, and all I hear is, wait, no! And she pops up from the corner behind, and she's butt-ass naked. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, she, like, okay, so imagine this. Okay, this is gonna be weird. Imagine this is the house, right? This is the side gate that I came up off of, like, I was coming, trying to scare her. She was, like, barely at the corner right here. Enough so where, like, if I'm looking from the side gate, I can't see her. But as soon as she comes in, like, I seen her, like, trying to pull up her pants. And, like, she's obviously looking to see who it is or, like, why my dog ran over there, Because I was trying to be funny and scare her, I was being very quiet so she didn't think. And I ended up chalking it up to, like, maybe, like, she just had to pee and she just couldn't hold it, like, because that makes sense. And I didn't question her. I just, if anything, at the time, I laughed at her. I was like, fuck is your pants down? She's like, oh, like, I just had to pee. So I was like, okay, I'm going to chalk it up to, that's the truth. You just had to pee, and you couldn't make it, and that's just what it is. So, fast forward a couple weeks, I have a doctor's appointment. I end up missing school, and obviously I tell her because she's my best friend, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm not going to be at school today. I'm sorry, like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, dang it, I'm gonna really miss you at school. Hope you feel better. I'll come and see you after school. Go to my doctor's appointment. My dad's at the house. He ends up calling me, talking about while I was on my way back, because my mom took me on my way back from the doctor's appointment to my house. He calls me, like, hey, have you seen my keys? I really need to go to work. Okay. I tell him, yes, they're wherever. He's like, okay, he is leaving. As I'm on the way back from my doctor's appointment, I get a text from one of, like, me and Amy's, like, friends. She's like, damn, where are you guys? Both aren't here. Like, I'm at lunch all alone. And I'm like, oh, like, go to school either? And I was gonna text Amy, but that's dad called, and I completely, after he had hung up, I completely had forgot about it, and I ended up just going home. But my mom ends up dropping me off because she said she was gonna go run some, really know what. And at this point, I'm feeling like shit. I don't feel good. And I go inside my house, nobody's home. And I go to say hi to my dog. And what do I see? I see Amy with her pants down, having my dog. Like, yeah. Yeah. We listen and we don't judge. So I used to be really close with the